Good morning. Welcome back to Sending Ravens. How's everybody doing? Today I decided to use my Thoth deck, Thoth. And Aleister Crowley gets mentioned on that deck, but in fact a woman named Frida Harris painted all the paintings. But apparently Aleister Crowley was her mentor. Oh, there's Rufus over there. Just hanging out, overseeing everything, making sure I'm going to read the cards properly. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we got. These cards, every once in a while, I actually studied on these originally, so I really feel close to this deck. Now, this particular deck is very small. Notice how small it is compared to my really big hands. Okay, this deck is called my cafe deck. And I might have mentioned that before to anybody who's been watching a lot. Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before, but just in case you're just joining me. And welcome if you are. So we're looking at today's reading, and or in the next few days, you know, something that's going on around the viewers, and something might come up that relates to you. But I also kind of like to teach as I go. Now this deck though is very complex and it's not easily recognizable unless you study it, right? Yeah, it was painted, the actual cards were painted as full canvases. And I mean, I don't think they were large, but they were sure a lot larger than the cards, obviously, right? And then shot down into a deck. Now, this is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups there's sort of a flow to the Six of Cups. There's a nostalgia and a flow to it. And it sometimes talks about people and places from your past. It sometimes talks about going into the past. It sometimes talks about feeling nostalgic for people of your past, people coming back into your life, visiting you from the past, or past life memories, things like that. And a person might be feeling a little nostalgic if they come up as this card, or they're dealing with people from their past in particular, or maybe they're just focused and thinking on people of their past. Okay, now this is the moon. So in the past that led to, because of the way the layout goes, we look at this as what led to the current situation, okay? And this would represent the querent, so the person asking, and this is what led to the person's current situation, okay? So this is the moon, which is a bit of a fear-based card, and something's going on for somebody out there who's watching, that in the past they were afraid to visit. So there was some dark murkiness in the past that somebody was afraid to visit. Somebody was afraid to sort of get in touch with or pay attention to. And now I feel like they've come to a place where they're willing to put the past behind them and look at it as maybe they've gotten more comfortable with their past. Right, so it was uncomfortable, and now there's a level of comfort. There's a shift that happened for somebody, or maybe a lot of us, that's brought us to a place with our past where we can have a little more perspective on it and look at it from a more spiritual perspective in a positive way. And look at it as the healing that brought us to where we are now. Okay, now this card here, we've got the Prince of Discs. Prince of Discs, he's very practical in a way, but luxurious too. If you look at this guy, he's sitting on what appears to be maybe leather. I always think that looks like leather. His chariot looks like it's padded with leather or something. And he's being pulled by a very earthy creature, the bull, which would be very Taurus sort of energy, which is about earthly pleasures and pleasures of the earth and being grounded and in food and comfort, things of the earth. Okay, so something in the past we were afraid of, we're now facing. It could even be parts of ourselves or our psyche or our desire to be comfortable here on the earth plane, financially and or just generally in comfort. Okay, I think we're ready to let go of our fear and really accept something and give ourselves more comfort, because some people come here and maybe they abused power and money in past lives, or they had some lifetimes where they did something that maybe was abusive of their energy somehow, and they're afraid to revisit it. And I feel like as we learn to love ourselves, we trust ourselves and we let go of those fears. Maybe we dabbled in something in the past, in a past life even. We dabbled in some things and got into some trouble. And we've been afraid to sort of shift into doing things more for money and or for comfort. Afraid to give ourselves abundance. And I feel like we're changing that with self-love. We're finally letting go of the past and feeling bad about it. And it could all be happening on an unconscious level. And we're willing to open up to things that are creative and call more abundance to us. So creative projects that could bring in money, could bring in abundance. We're letting go of our fear and allowing these beautiful creative ideas to manifest and more abundance to flow into our life because of them. Yeah, it feels really positive. Now, the advice, though, is with that Eon card, that's being careful and aware that stepping into this arena, this creative thing we're stepping into that's going to bring more abundance, stepping there to be conscientious and aware that it could change our life forever. I don't think in the negative, but it could change our life forever. And we can never go back once we're here. Once we've let go of the fear and we've come into kind of a more current version of ourselves and we've accepted abundance, we can't really go back into the fear, right? We can't go back. So we're going to need to be brave and step with consciousness and awareness. So taking the step, being aware, not like a fool, where we're not really paying attention. We know that this step is a big step and it changes our life and our dynamic forever. And we have to be careful because power and money is tempting to be, disrespectful with it. But once we've evolved to a certain place, we aren't going to abuse that power again. So it's trusting, but walking a fine line of being conscious and aware and responsible for our actions and what we do with that abundance. What are we going to do with it? How are we going to make it sort of worthy here? And I mean, for me, it'll be, if that's me, it's going to be sharing and helping others really, manifest some of their dreams with it, as well as helping my own family become more comfortable. That would be what my vision would be. Bringing along my friends and family in the comfort. That's my vision. And doing things that somehow put some good into my community. Now, this card here is a very creative card. So it's taken, this gal, she takes the tiger by the tail kind of thing here. Princess of Wands. So it's like the Page of Wands in the other tarot deck. So it's like taking a creative project and really going with it, because it is a wand card, but it's the very beginning of a very creative project. Now we've got the Devil here. Okay, so how we use our creative energy in this new project going forward that's going to bring us abundance, it's going to be very tricky. And it's kind of like what I was just saying. Be mindful of how you use your abundance, what you use it for, and take responsibility for your actions going forward. Okay, and of course, you can enjoy that abundance. With like great power and wealth comes responsibility, I guess. Yeah, to quote a lot of people. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and do like and share, and visit the other channel if you dare. Tarot by Janine. Yeah, thanks from Sending Ravens. Have a great day.